CFL Combine one-on-one with University of British Columbia defensive end Lake Korte-Moore. Lake, you're one of the top defensive prospects in this year's CFL draft, but you actually got your athletic start as a downhill skier. Does that translate at all to the football field?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess one thing that could help is the bend and the balance on one leg in a way and getting the angles. But then just the leg strength and the power and the explosiveness from ski racing that you have to generate so that the skis can actually come around has really helped me over the years and it's definitely helped me with my strength on the lower body for sure.
You competed at a pretty high level internationally. Can you give fans a list of some of the places where you competed?
Yeah, skied down in Chile. We would train in Austria, and then all over the U.S. and Canada.
What made you finally decide to commit to football rather than stick with downhill skiing?
I think the moment that really made me decide was when I made Team Canada for football. I realized that I could actually go very far with it, and I started to get recruited by university teams, and I started to realize that school was very important. And at the time, I wasn't taken as important because of ski racing, and a lot of people in ski racing either aren't in school or they're homeschooled or at like special schools for skiing. And I wasn't. I was at a normal school, and my teachers weren't a big fan of me missing so many days to go ski racing. So that was kind of the moment when I started to get some interest, and I made Team Canada. I realized that I was actually getting a lot better at football, that I could take this serious and possibly get my schooling paid for and go further in life than where I was going with skiing.
You're still out on the West Coast, so there's mountains nearby. How often do you hit the slopes?
During this process, during the Combine process, I haven't been going up very much, but throughout my 5 years at UBC, I've gone up a lot to Whistler. I would go up most weekends to go up and ski. Most spring breaks, I would be up in Whistler. And then Christmas breaks, I'd be up there with my family and just enjoying the backcountry and enjoying the snow. And then all of COVID, I was living in Whistler, so got to ski the entire time. So
lots of time out on the mountain.
Yeah.
You're originally from Ottawa. What made you decide to commit to UBC and make the trek all the way out to Vancouver?
Yeah, so with UBC, I have family that lives in Vancouver. I had an aunt and uncle, and then I have my sister who lives up in Whistler. And then my grandfather and grandmother lived in Vancouver. So at the time, I wanted to get away from home, just to live that university lifestyle of being away from home, living in a dorm. But at the same time, I didn't want to leave home. I wanted to be close and have my family come and watch me play, visit me. And so UBC was the best for me, both sides. And then also the culture there and the teams that have been there and the coaching staff with Blake Nill and Coach Tracy has just been, it just all added up and was the perfect fit for me.
You mentioned Blake Nilling. He has a reputation for liking versatile athletes like yourself. You've played a bunch of different positions. You're a quarterback even a little bit in high school, and you've started at linebacker, at defensive end. You're bulking up a little bit, potentially to play defensive tackle in the CFL. What has that depth of experience in terms of variety of positions played added to your game?
It's helped so much. That first year, obviously, I came in and I knew that I could play, but the size just wasn't there. I wasn't big enough, and the boys on the line are a little different in the university level than they were in high school. And so in the run game, it was difficult, but I knew I could pass rush, and I knew I can run around and make plays. And Coach Tracy knew that as well, and so he moved me back to linebacker. And that helped me a lot because I played beside Ben Hladek that entire year. He taught me so many things, and that was his probably best year in university football. That year was the year that he was the first team All-Canadian, and he taught me so many things. He made sure I was in the right spot at the right time and showed me how to watch film as a linebacker. And from there, then I gained some size and moved up to the line. And just having that knowledge of playing linebacker, I knew what would be nice for the linebacker to see in front of them as a defensive lineman. And that just helped me elevate my game there as well. But at the same time, I had to go into, that was the first year that we got Shamari Williams, and he really taught me a lot about the pass rush and pass rush moves and how to be versatile within the pass rush moves, but also dominate the one pass rush that you do the best. And so throughout the years, I've grown as a person, I've grown as a man, and I've grown my game a lot just because of the knowledge that has been passed on to me, but at the same time, the growth of myself has really helped me grow and learn from what I've done before, and all those different positions have helped me grow to be where I am now.
Shamari Williams was a former first-round CFL draft pick. Ben Haladic is now starting after his second year with the BC Lions as their middle linebacker. Can you have that same sort of early impact in your CFL career?
I'm hoping so. I'm obviously going to push towards that. I'm not going to say that I don't want to do that or that I'm not going to, but I'm going to push my butt off to do that. And whatever a team needs me to do, I'm going to do it. And whatever a team wants me to do to be successful, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to give it my all. And I think that I'm able to play at that level now and contribute to the team's success. So yeah, and then seeing these guys that I played with, and seeing my coach, who I'm with every single day, he talks to me every single day, see that they had success at that level too, really just drives me to want to get that success too.
You started out at UBC, you were about 220-ish pounds. You're almost 270 now. What's the key to adding good weight as a draft prospect?
I would say just constant, falling in love with the gym. I fell in love with the gym in the process of gaining size, but at the same time having a good foundation behind you, and our strength and conditioning program at UBC is phenomenal. They push us to our limits, but at the same time don't over push us. And you see every time that you see little steps moving forward, you just want to keep on building on them. And that's what I've seen throughout my career. I started low, but the thing is I didn't go, okay, I'm going to go 220 to 260 right away. It's been 5 years that I've constantly been building, and I'm not really putting on fat. I'm putting on strength and size and muscle, and just with that, like I just want it to be the best version of myself, and I feel like each year I just keep growing and growing and growing, and yeah.
You're at the size now where you've got that inside or outside versatility that teams look for, but where is your best fit at the CFL level? Is it defensive tackle, or is it still a defensive end?
I think it's just wherever a team wants me to play or a team needs me to play. I will go in and do whatever I can to be successful for the team as well as myself. And whether that's as a defensive tackle or a defensive end, I feel like I can play both. Obviously, the thing is, like with the size, like I'm not saying I can fluctuate, but the thing is, I just try to keep my speed there with me. I don't try and lose it as well, just to gain size. So it's one of those things where if a team wants me at end, then I'll play end. If the team wants me at D-tackle, I'll play D-tackle. If they just want me on special teams, I'll work my butt off on special teams.
You've been on the field a ton all across your youth sports career, but you truly broke out this year in your fourth season. I spoke to your head coach, Blake Nill, earlier today, and he seemed to think that you have not yet reached your athletic potential. How much more is there to be uncovered about Lake Korte-Moore?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think that's my greatest strength right now is I don't think I've hit my ceiling at all. I keep getting better each and every year, and I keep learning more and more. And the older you get, the more mature you get and the more knowledge you have. And so I don't think I've hit that ceiling yet, and I feel like I'm going to continue to grow and continue to get better year by year and just be the best version of myself as much as possible.
You played your career in youth sports. We're both UBC guys, but you got to end it in a very cool way by playing an NCAA game, American rules, against crosstown rival Simon Fraser in the revival of the Shrum Bowl. You guys had like 12 sacks in that game. It was unbelievable. What was that experience like?
It was honestly amazing. Obviously, I wish I could have went out with Hardy Cup, Vanya Cup, and then the Shrum Bowl, but just the passion that I saw from our team that game and the passion that I saw from the community, especially our alumni, it really has driven the culture of our team to a whole new level. And that game was, not many people can go out and say that they ended their career at a university or ended their season with a trophy. So it was pretty nice to do that and to do it against a crosstown rival and bring that history back to Vancouver and bring it back to two historic universities. It was amazing. And to do it with the brothers that I had and how close we were as a team this year, I was really happy to go out like that, especially as the D-line unit. We had a pretty good day, and we had a lot of fun doing it. I think every single starting defensive end had a sack that game, and we were working all year to push each other, so it was awesome.
You've had a pretty busy offseason since then. I met you down at the College Gridiron Showcase in Fort Worth, Texas, where you got to compete against some NCAA competition, and then you recently attended the University at Buffalo Pro Day. Can you tell me about what those experiences have given you ahead of the CFL Combine?
Yeah, down in Texas at the Gridiron Showcase was an amazing experience. It got me to feel that kind of American game again that I used to play in high school, but at the same time it kind of built my confidence a bit. Just going up against NCAA competition, big name guys or guys that are known to people or at like storied programs, and being able to keep up or do well against them was a big shot to my confidence, and I loved the competition that it had and it brought on me. And then from there, going to the University of Buffalo Pro Day was a great experience. Rich and the whole Buffalo program, I can't thank them enough for inviting me and allowing me to be there and showcase my skills in front of NFL and CFL scouts. And it was just an awesome experience to be there with the guys that they have, and then also Harrison. And it was sweet because we were both the only two Canadians, and we just fed off of each other, and we were beside each other, cheering each other on the whole time. And I felt like it was a great experience, and I did well and got to get myself in front of NFL scouts and let them see what I'm about and let them tell me kind of what they see in me.
That would be Guelph cornerback Sermon Harrison Bagiogo, who was down there at the University at Buffalo Pro Day with you. You posted some good athletic numbers there. You're only a few days removed from that. Is there an even higher level you can get to in the combine testing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I feel like there's some things that in the moment I just didn't do as well in, and I hope to better those now that I kind of have the jitters out of the way of the combine setting. So I hope that I can better some of those numbers here and really showcase the kind of person I am and the kind of player that I am on the field, athletically, physically, and then also mentally. No matter what happens with each rep, I'm going to just keep going all weekend long.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time, Blake.
Appreciate it.